Good morning, guys. This is Miss Stevenson. Today we're going to do our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade art lesson. We're going to do a little bit of optical illusion art, which we like to call OpArt. So you'll need a pencil, a straight edge, piece of paper, and something to color with if you're so inclined. Now, first thing you're going to do is put your hand flat on a piece of paper. I'm going to have to put it on the table, excuse me. See if I can tilt this down, yeah. And I am going to trace my hand, making sure I have some of my arm in there. I'm going to trace it onto the paper. Nice firm pencil. And I am terrible at tracing. It always looks funny. But that's okay, we'll still get the effect we're looking for. Okay. And there we have our hand traced. Now, I know my hand doesn't have a big divot, so I might go back in and just adjust a couple of fingers just so that it looks nice. Next, with your straight edge, you're going to start drawing straight lines right across the paper. But make sure you take care to not draw in your hand. Your hand should stay empty for now. So we're still just doing straight across. All the way down the paper is what we're going to do. And I'm holding my ruler or my straight edge nice and firm. Okay, so I see some of my hand here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the line. I'm going to stop when I get to my finger, jump over it, and draw to the other side so that you can see that there's nothing in that finger there. Oh, I like that I can turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Jump. Jump, jump, and across. It's okay if a little pencil mark gets in the fingers, not going to be a big deal. So, jump, jump, jump. I'm trying to make sure that my lines are parallel as best as I can. Things are getting more complicated as I go along. Jump the thumb, or the pinky, excuse me. Jump, jump, jump. Oh my goodness. All kinds of fingers to jump over here because I do not want to draw inside my hand yet. All right. That should be even. Okay. Jump. Jump way over here. Jump way over here. Jump. It's very important that you keep track of your lines so that you don't accidentally go inside your hand here. Then have to erase it later. Yep. Jump. All the way across, all the way down the page. That one wasn't too parallel. That's okay. We will live with it. Jump. If you find you can't live with one that's not perfect, we have the mighty eraser to help us make sure that our art is exactly the way we want it to be. But if you can live with it, you can live with it. The objective is not I can make super straight lines. Our objective today is I can make optical illusion art using the elements of art. So right now we're using some lines, straight lines, skipping over our hand, and skipping our wrist. We're almost to the bottom. All right. Here we go. Maybe a couple more. Or is that good? Oh, yeah, we need one more. Forgive my nose. It is allergy season here in Michigan, even though it snowed yesterday. My allergies are not happy with me. All right. So there we go. Now our next step is going to be our lines inside our hand. So this is very important. I'm going to start with this very top one. You see where that line ends? You're going to connect it to the other side with a curve line, like an arch, like that. And you're going to do that for each line. You're going to connect it inside the hand using a curved line. Now the lines have to be curved, and you'll see why at the end, because it's going to make our hands look like they're popping off the page here. So we're going to go line by line and connect the lines using a curved line inside the hand. Now this doesn't take as long because you're freehanding a nice arch. The fingers are the easy part. Oh, that's got a little tiny arch. There we go. I guess you could do it with your foot too. If anybody does this with their foot, please share the pictures with me. I would love to see a foot. Line by line. I'm just going one line at a time and connecting it where it's not connected. Always with a curved line. Because it's going to make our hands look like they're just popping off the page. It's going to be really awesome. This is so cool. And now here's a bigger stretch of hand that needs an arch. So I'm just going to kind of curve it all the way to the other side there. All right. And again, this one's got to curve all the way to the other side. Now our arches get huge. Don't make them too tall though, so you can see I'm just making little small curved lines to connect them. And let's do let's not forget our thumb. All right, curve it, curve line. Knowing about lines is a great thing to know if you're ever interested in art. We have all kinds of lines. We have curved lines, zigzag, vertical lines, horizontal lines, straight lines. All right, almost to the bottom. The wrist is pretty easy too because it's like a tube. So you can kind of see how it's supposed to pop. Now, there's the end of that. Now our next step is we're going to do some value. So with our pencil, we're just going to add some shading to the very edges of our hand. Just nice and light, nothing too fancy. And we'll go to the other side, because if you put your hand down on the table, you'll see that there are shadows around the outer edges because it's blocking light from getting to the table. So we have to add value. Value. Okay. Up one finger and down the other side. Up one side of the finger. Get top, get the top, and slide down the other side. Up, across, slide down. Curves, and go up. Get a little at the top there. All right. Now take your finger, or if you have a rubbing tool, you can just kind of rub it. Rub it a little more in between the fingers. Add a little more shadows where the fingers are. This is the fun part. It gets all kind of messy on your finger. It's so fun. All right, so there we have the value. Now, here is the colorful part, should you feel so inclined. You are going to pick some colors from your colors box. You could use oil pastels, you could use paint, crayons, colored pencils. I don't really suggest marker because of the nature of what we're doing here, and it might make the paper curl and it might hide your value that you added. So here is my tools aside. Here is our value hand. It looks like it's just popping out of the page. So if you think you're done, you know, go ahead, put your John Hancock down here somewhere and call it a day. Oh yeah, forgot the year. So if you think you're done, you're done. If you'd like to add color, make a pattern. What kind of pattern? I chose to do an ABC pattern on one I did earlier. And I chose my 3 favorite colors, yellow, pink, and purple. So I'm going to show that to you just to give you an idea. So if you think this is done, fantastic. You still got the basic idea. But if you really want to jazz it up, you can add some color. And you will have a nice, I used an ABC pattern. You could do any pattern you want. You could make each line a different color if you have that many colors. Use a very light hand when coloring. Otherwise, like here, I got too heavy-handed and you can't really see where my finger is. So use a very light hand when coloring. And that's that. So either one of these are beautiful. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed our optical illusion art, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Fun Friday.